And make no mistake, these women were targeted on the basis of their race. It's also true of the woman in Flushing, of the man on the subway, of the restaurant worker. They're all targeted because of their race. This is a devastating and heartbreaking day around the country, particularly for Asian Americans who awoke today to the news that 6 Asian American women were killed in 3 separate shootings that clearly were targeting people of Asian descent in massage parlors in the Atlanta area. And to see these 6 women's lives snuffed out like this in such brutal and senseless fashion, it's heartbreaking because you think about these women, their lives, their hopes, their dreams, their children, their families who will never see them again, and why. I grew up Asian American in New York, and I was always accustomed to a certain level of bullying, of racism, but it took a form of mockery, of invisibility, of disdain, but that is metastasized into something far darker. You can feel it on the streets of New York. When I've been walking the streets with my family, you can sense that the energy has changed, that now what started out as invisibility or a sense of foreignness has now become hatred, violence, assault, people feeling that we do not belong in our own country. We have to come together and say that this cannot be allowed to continue in New York, in this country, that anti-Asian racism is deadly, it's real, it is growing stronger and more powerful. And we call on people of every community to come together and say that Asian Americans are human beings. Asian Americans are just as American as everyone else. We should be treating hate crimes as such. And make no mistake, these women were targeted on the basis of their race. It's also true of the woman in Flushing, of the man on the subway, of the restaurant worker. They're all targeted because of their race. We all know this, and we have to start acting like it as a government, as a people. Some of these incidents were not treated as hate crimes, and that's unacceptable. The people in the Asian American community know that we are being targeted, and we need our leaders to step up and recognize the same. These are our streets. This is our city. We cannot let fear take over us to the point where we do not feel like we can go out and live our lives.